Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. It is officially that time once again. I put some movies away. Here's what the stack looks like. It's looked like this for about 3 weeks. I just got done doing another new release roundup. I have this stack of movies to add to that stack of movies, an insane amount of things that I need to put away. I'm going to start counting the amount of movies that I have to put away. I'm very nervous about it. This has to be the most amount of movies I'm going to be putting away in one of these addition videos that I've done. I've done like 6 or 7 of these so far. This is gonna knock the rest of them out of the water. So if you wanna just sit back, relax, have this playing on in the background, have me put some movies away, put your mind at ease, that's what I'm gonna do for, I'm assuming, about an hour. So if you like this type of content, make sure you like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Now let's see the amount of movies that I'm working with here, shall we? Dear Lord, I do not think you are ready for this. I don't think I'm ready to put all of this away. Slow pan reveal, as you can see, 128 movies, 148 individual movies, 128 cases alone. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Oh my God, am I gonna have room? You see this collection over here. It's not looking like I have a lot of room to give. I got a little crack right there. I'm gonna have to get a little creative with how I put these away. Let me put these into stacks by labels and I'll be right back. Man, I am still flabbergasted. I have this beauty in my collection, but here is how everything broke down. I have a boutique wall, so I break this down by boutiques, and then I also break it down by Steelbooks, and then I also break it down by regular releases. That is the stack of regular releases. If I put my Steelbooks up to it, it would match that, if not get higher than that. And then I have my Kinos, my umbrellas, my arrows, all that type of stuff. So which one should we put away first? You know what? This stack is looking mighty large to me. And since I am still in awe that I have this, oh my God, it's so cool. I'm gonna showcase these off. So let's start with the premiums. So over here is my premium edition collection with a whole bunch of nice premium Steelbooks as well, along with some Mad Balls, which I can get rid of or move somewhere else, and some nice old school 2010s YouTuber DVD content. But we now have a nice stack of premiums to add to this collection. So let's move a couple things around and start putting some things away, shall we? Okay, so I had to do a little moving and shaking off of camera. I needed both hands. Here is my Titans of Cult collection that I've moved to this shelf, which has given me a few fun holes to fill up. I also moved the thing from there to there because this sucker is so big, it won't fit on this top shelf. So the Shaun of the Dead, one click from Everything Blue is gonna go right here. If I can get it, will even fit right here. This is a puffy case, but I think it will. I think it's gonna fit like a glove if this can just get pushed in one more bit. There we go, there we go. Nightmare on Elm Street, Shaun of the Dead, Inglourious Bastards, Halloween trilogy. Next up, we have Dark Waters. I got this from themovieroom.com. In fact, the rest of these premium editions I got from themovieroom.com. Use my code STEELBOOK10 to save 10% off everything on their website, including this Dark Water from Nova Media, this amazing one-click 4K Steelbook set of The Ring that was only released in the UK. Love to see it. Along with Galaxy Quest, which I'm also a huge fan of. Will this one fit up here? I love Galaxy Quest. I feel like not enough people talk about it. That one's going up right there, like so. And then last, but definitely not least, oh, this brick of a release for Once. If you've never seen Once, highly recommend it. I'm not even a big romance guy. I love this movie. If you love songwriting, highly recommend this one for you. In fact, can I put this right here? I can. This one is so big, I feel like it would be perfect to fit this way with the Titans of Colts. So there is an updated premium edition shelf. I'm gonna have to move those Mad Balls, but I'm gonna keep them there until I absolutely have to move them. Love me some premiums. Love the way they all look together in the collection. Next, let's go down into the collection to have the first regular Steelbook. The first 2025 movie release in the collection of today's video, Mickey 17. I had a fun time with this movie, Bong Joon-ho. It's fine. It's not as memorable as I was hoping it would be, but it's definitely a fun watch while you watch it. Here we go, Mickey 17. Oh God, it's already fallen. It's failing me using one hand at a time. No edits though. I do need to move one of these over here though, so there's enough room. This is a disaster already so early in the video. Not great. Mickey 17. Going next to the director's cut of Miami Vice and mid-90s. Yes, when is this getting a 4K? It probably doesn't need a 4K. I love this movie. I'm just happy I have it in the collection. Next, I'm gonna take this Umbrella Entertainment stack and start walking into the next room. Oh, hi there, ring light. The lighting over here is terrible. I only have one light in this room. So this is what is going to have to happen. This stack, Umbrella Entertainment. Oh my God, I love looking at this every time I walk into this room. And we have 4 movies to put away. So let me start strategizing here and we'll start putting them away. I think we've officially come to the point in collecting with this new shelf, which I've only put up this year, to where 2 of these facings have to be pulled out. I will add those to the stack of stuff to put away. I might as well show off the entire process while I'm doing this, right? All of these releases are gonna get moved down a peg. Back in the day when Umbrella did not have the nice beefy premium box sets, they have these slip covers. I have been working with Umbrella Video for that long. I wanna say it's been 3.5 years now, somewhere around there. Martyrs, I cannot wait for that new box set that'll include this movie so more people can get their hands on this movie, because it is a hard watch, but it's a rewarding watch if you decide to put yourself through that agony, that misery. I'll never get rid of that box set, even if I will own the movie twice, but that's okay. That is a-okay with me. So now, this will get slid over. This will get slid over. I want to leave a little bit of a gap for future additions to the collection. And I think I need to do this, and I need to do this, and then we can add this big beefy box set of the Thai horror collection. Look at this thing. The artwork on this is absolutely stunning. I'm trying to watch 54 in films. I need to crack into this sooner rather than later, because we have 8 films in this sucker to choose from. That is going right here. And then there's a couple of S's. Let's move down this stack. Oh God, and this stack, and things are falling. First, speaking of fall, let's put away the F title, Tarsum's The Fall. Love this movie quite a bit. It's a fairy tale of a film. That was close. I would put it up there with Pan's Labyrinth. It's different, but a double feature of this and Pan's Labyrinth would be absolutely perfect. If you're a fan of that movie, would highly recommend giving The Fall a shot. The Fall is going next to Dead End Drive-In and Filth, and the 4K transfer of The Fall is absolutely stunning. So I don't think you're going to be disappointed by getting that movie in your collection. Now we're going to have a couple of S titles. So I think first one is Storm Warning this is a Lionsgate picture back from like 2008 or so. That looks very Hellraiser-esque. I did see this movie. Takes a long time for it to get started, but the last half hour is a load of fun. Kind of akin to like I Spit on Your Grave, not as graphic as I Spit on Your Grave was, but giving off the same vibes. So if you're a fan of like that type of genre of film, Storm Warning is right there and will fit that bill. Another movie that I watched was Shudder. Did not watch anything from the Thai horror collection, but I did watch Shudder. Had a very, very fun time with this movie. Third act is amazing, something that will stick with me for a very, very long time. This one, Shudder, is going right next to Severance and Spring, Summer, Winter, Fall, and Spring, or Fall, Winter, and Spring. But now we got to put the other ones away, which means, God, we got to move both of these here, move this down, move Super Mario Brothers and Talk to Me over here, move this down, put Sasquatch Sunset and its amazing furry case and Red Rock West over here. That should give me enough room to put away Monkey Shines. Boom, boom. Open up Abre los Ojos. We have, if I can get it, Monkey Shines right here. And then The Hitcher. We gotta move more stuff. The movie never ends. I Saw the Devil is going down here. And now we have The Hitcher, everybody, in this amazing box set. I now own 2 versions of The Hitcher, this and Second Sight, which I will be putting away later on in this video. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I like both of these editions very, very much. Hitcher's going right next to Hell House LLC and Hounds of Love. Now let's go down the collection once again. Look how tall it is from all the way down here. But right now, we're gonna put away Kick-Ass, the new 4K from Lionsgate Limited. I already have the other 4K edition that they put out a couple of years ago that went out of print. So I'm happy that Lionsgate Limited is putting these out back in print and a little bit different. This one has an unmasking feature. If I can pull it out here, there we go. It's a little bit different of a steelbook, which makes me want to keep both steelbooks, and I probably will. There's also new special features on this release. Very, very cool edition. Love this movie, but I haven't watched it since I've had Letterboxd, which has been 2017. So I'm due for a rewatch of Kick-Ass. I own it 3 freaking times. I need to watch it finally. Let's watch it now. No, I gotta put away more movies. Grr. Now it's time to go over to my gloriously gorgeous boutique wall. We're gonna put away some Second Sight films, and I'm already at a dilemma. I've added a couple of big beefy box sets, which I don't have a lot of, but these 2 editions I felt like I needed the box sets. So I'm gonna have to move Possessor and Dawn of the Dead to show their spine so I can add the rest of them in. So let's do that now. Now that the hole is here, I put a little bit of a gapping space to put away these amazing Second Sight editions into my collection. So let's waste no more time and start doing that. I'm gonna put this stack right here so I can put away some of these right now. First up, we have Martin. I got the big box set for this because I kept on hearing how amazing this edition was, how it's kind of an anomaly that this has an amazing edition like this. So I wanted to make sure that I had it represented in my collection right. Like so, Martin is going next to Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. And just, you know, plain old monster. But now we have the standard edition cases, which for the most part, I would much rather prefer to collect for rather than the big beefy box sets for Second Sight. I think all together, they look nice and clean and compact and just, I don't know, aesthetically, I enjoy it. First up, we have House of the Devil, which is the 3rd edition of this movie to be released, what, in the past 6 months? And I'm going to be putting another edition of it away later on in this video, so stay tuned. But House of the Devil is going to go right next to It Follows, boom, 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 and High Tension, whoop, there it is. Now we have the 4K edition of Scanners, which I have not opened up yet. It's been a long time since I've seen Scanners. I have, you know what, down here, I do have the Criterion version of Scanners, which I don't need anymore. I got to look at the special features to see what is on that and what is on this and compare and contrast. This edition looks mighty nice. This was one of my first Criterion purchases. It's a little bit worn. It's got some wear and tear on it. Just add some character to the collection. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But right now, Scanners. Do I have to move Super Mario Brothers? I'm going to try not to move Super Mario Brothers. Let's push this. Let's go over here. Again, space. There's never enough. Scanners is going next to Ty West, speaking of House of the Devil, with The Sacrament, and the amazing Texas Chainsaw Massacre release. Now we have another Cronenberg with The Brood. I did end up watching this one because I'd never seen this movie before. Enjoyed it. Liked where the 3rd act brought me on this movie. This 4K looks absolutely stellar. Highly recommend it if you are a fan of the movie or a fan of Cronenberg, because this is one of his early movies. But The Brood. Oh God, did you hear that crack? That cracking isn't good. Move Mean Streets back. The Brood is going next to The Blair Witch Project and Censor right here. But the last of the standard releases, which again, I think we need to move Late Night with the Devil over here. I think we have just enough space to keep the amazing Super Mario Brothers Steelbook. Yes, from Second Sight Films. Same with The Return of the Living Dead. They used to make Steelbooks, and they used to make amazing editions of Steelbooks, but I digress. The Coffee Table, which I have seen, and holy God, I don't want to tell you anything about it, but not for the faint of heart. And Jesus, this is a movie I will not soon forget. Very happy to add it in the collection, even though if I'm not really too keen to watch it again right away. The coffee table is going next to Censor and Crimes of the Future, which leaves the Hitcher box set, which I'm just going to kind of showcase like so, because it's the beefiest box set I have, so I might as well showcase it while I still have room. It'll be like this probably for a couple of months, and then I'll get more Second Sights in, and I'll have to move some more stuff around. But there is what the Second Sight collection looks like currently. I'm liking the way it looks, but I'm gonna be running out of space soon. I already know it. Well, if you know anything about me, it's that I do love me, my Steelbook collection. And the next movie I have to put away today is a Steelbook, a Lionsgate limited Steelbook. This time, it is a 4K edition of The Crazies. I live in Iowa, and this is one of 20 films ever filmed in Iowa. Has a soft spot in my heart because of that. And because of that, I also already have it in the collection. But now that I have the 4K, you know what I get to do. I love it so much. I give it a little... There that goes, my goodness. Now The Crazies, I kicked the ever-living crap out of that. Get that Blu-ray out of here, who wants Blu-rays? When you get glorious 4K Steelbooks like this, yes, it's going right next to my Paramount Presents edition of Crawl and my 4K slipcover edition of The Creator. And there's Sam Rockwell looking very, very nice. Boop. Now we're looking down at Mr. Rockwell, going down to Mr. Russell, going all the way down to the L's in my collection to add Lilo and Stitch on glorious 4K into the collection. I love the simplicity that this slipcover, this artwork has. Looks very, very classy. Went and saw the remake. I guess the less said about that, the better. I was not a fan of that whatsoever, but my kids liked it. So I know very soon I will be adding that to the collection, but I prefer the animated version. So I'm glad that this is finally in the collection as well. Here's a nice wide shot of the boutique wall once again, and the shelf of just Umbrella and Arrow Video, and my ring light, so I can get some light over here. But we're gonna go to the second to last shelf, which is all Kino Lorber, which looks pretty full already, and I've got all of these to add to it. Oh my God, is there gonna be room? I don't know, so let's find out here. I'm gonna alphabetize these really quick. I don't have a good feeling about this, but it's the best feeling too. It's such a mixed bag. All right, so I moved some things down just to be in preparation. I'll probably have to move a little bit more. I need to get a stopper on this shelf is what I need to get. But first up, we're starting at the Kino Cult section. Madman is going right next to Hussy, an invasion of the Bee Girls. I don't want that to fall over. It's gonna fall over. Okay, next up we have Peas. The only other edition that I have for the Kino Cult is the Pete Walker Crime Collection. Cool it, Carol. Die Screaming Marianne. Moon. The Big Switch. Look at that. Let's move this over here. Move that over there. Push this in. Hopefully it doesn't fall, and it's gonna fall. So I'm gonna do this. Oh God. That's getting hairy already. I might have to pause this just to get a stopper, because I do have a couple left over. Let's move this over. BE right here, L. We're gonna add in the Bermuda Triangle. There it is, right there. Nothing really to say about the Bermuda Triangle. I'm a sucker for these type of weird films. These nice like 70s, not psychological, like I don't know, Bermuda Triangle. Weird things happen around there. Those are fun. A movie that I have seen that I do like quite a bit is Bottoms. Very happy to add this to the collection. Before Ida Beery was really in anything. Marshawn Lynch is hilarious in this movie as well. Highly recommend this one. Let's go over here. Go over there. Bottoms is going next to Body Parts and Brick in 4K. Now we go to the C's. We've got Career Opportunities. Probably one of the worst looking 4Ks I've watched this year, unfortunately. A decent movie. Nothing really special with it. I'm a sucker for like time capsule movies though, and seeing Target in the 1990s, I was shocked at how similar Targets still look to this day. Very, very bizarre. But Career Opportunities is going next to Chains of Gold and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Now we're gonna go to, oh God, the E's, the F's, the D's. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to move some more stuff. I do not feel confident in this whatsoever. E's, F's. We've got Foul Play with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn. I've not seen this movie. Very excited to check this one out. for the first time. Now we go all the way to the eyes. And what? I'll sleep when I'm dead. In, right here. Okay, I'll sleep when I'm dead. A movie that I've seen the cover of, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie. Very interested to check that Clive Owen joint out. Going next to The Hunted and In Bruges. I love In Bruges. Next we have a K. I think the only K. Yeah, the only K in this Kino collection. And it starts with a K. We need it. Kingpin, right here. Saw this movie very recently. Very, very okay, but Bill Murray makes this movie must watch. I love it so much. There it is. Kingpin's going next to the original Lady Killers and the original Italian Job. Look at that. Are they going to remake Kingpin? I don't think so. Next up, we have M's Mouse Hunt. I'm going to watch this with the kiddos. Cannot wait to see what their reaction is, because I remember really liking this movie as a kid. I had a really fun time with it. I'm hoping I like it 25 years since I've seen it last, but we shall see. It's going in between Miracle Mile and Narrow Margin. Next up, we have another N, Nathan Hayes, Tommy Lee Jones, and that receding hairline, even in 83. Gotta love it. Love that big beard too, though. Love Tommy Lee Jones. Doesn't matter how he looks. He's still a great actor nonetheless. There's that. That is getting tight. Look how tight that is, and I still have what? 10-ish movies. Let me find a stopper, because we're gonna need as much space as we can possibly get here. All right, I don't even know if you can see that, but I put the stopper back there, which means I have a good chunk amount of room left. I'm leaving a little gap space right there, and now I have all of this over here. Is it going to be enough room? We shall see. But first up, let's put away Prophecy on a glorious 4K. Have not seen this movie. Do like me some Talia Shire quite a bit, though. Prophecy, PRO, is going right next to Prime Cut, a hidden gem film from Gene Hackman, R.I.P. Gene Hackman. Very fun movie there. And Revenge of the Zombies. But let's not go too far, because we also have The Peacemaker to put, I guess, over here. Right there. Peacemaker's going next to Burt Reynolds' Paternity. What a hell of a movie poster that is. And Peril and Distress. Now we're going to go to the R's. Here's one that I just watched very recently, Road Trip on 4K. I watched this movie dozens of times when I was in high school. First time watch since then. It's fine. It's more average than what my brain thought it was going to be. But still a fun trip down memory lane nonetheless. This is going next to Rules of Engagement and The Sacrifice. But let's go right next to The Sacrifice, or close to it. Yes, Sands of Iwo Jima right there. Going next to Sacrifice and Sea of Love. But we have a couple more S titles to go through as I move. We got Schneekas right here. Have not seen this movie. Have heard very, very good things about this movie. Hidden gem alert things about this movie. Let's go here. It's going right next to Snake Eyes and Sudden Death. We also have Sabrina, the last S. My S's are all over the place. I didn't alphabetize them by... I just did it by the first letter. I did not do it by anything else, because I'm going to do that here. Sabrina is going right here, right next to Road Trip and The Sacrifice. Okay, last time that I had to do that, okay? On to T is Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. If I remember correctly, this came because Tarantino kind of took everything over by storm, and this film is very akin to his style. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead goes next to The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, and Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. But now we're gonna go over here. There we go. And gonna add some Vice Squad in glorious 4K. I've not seen this movie. Haven't really heard a lot about this movie. If you have, let me know. I've heard it's fine. I've heard people who like it really like it, but I haven't heard a lot of people actually see it. So what does that mean? It means I have to watch it and figure that out for myself. But we have to move this W over here, because we got one more W to add into the mix. And that is Wayne's World 2. Everybody. Yeah, love me some Wayne's World. Watched this one as well. It's okay. It's no Wayne's World 1, but still very, very fun time to be had. Wayne's World 1 goes right next to The Visitor, and Wolfman's Got Nards. And last but not least, we have another addition to add to the Kino Lorber animation section, which I did not even know was a thing until my local hobby store, JCD and Hobby, had a whole bunch of these out. I picked up Roland and Ratfink. I love this. I love any type of animation, especially like the ones in the 60s and 70s. That just holds a soft spot in my heart. Very nostalgic for me. Right there. Roland and Ratfink is going next to Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat and Pray for Rock and Roll. And hey, we did it. We filled all of them in. There's a little gap here and a little gap over there, but other than that, this Kino Lorber section is getting very, very big, and I am nervous about what the next video that I do for these is going to bring, because, yeah. I need more shelving already. I need more shelving already. So we haven't been to this section of the collection yet, my P through Z area, and we're gonna go to the very top shelf to put away an R movie, and that's rad, baby. Whoa, rad. I've never seen this. It's been released on physical media so many times. I'm glad I have this edition specifically in the collection because it comes with the new feature-length documentary. A rad documentary. Cannot wait to watch the movie, then watch the documentary. Not more things bring me life and love and joy and happiness than that combination right there. If I can put it in with one hand, there we go. Rad is going next to the Raid Redemption and Racing Dreams. It's time to put another Steelbook away. This time around, it's going to be another upgrade for me. We have Full Metal Jacket, baby, in this glorious looking Steelbook. I love the eye pops, just the tiny amount of gloss in those sunglasses. This was a Best Buy exclusive originally, and then Walmart, I know SDS put it out. I can't remember if this is a Walmart exclusive or not. It got a re-release. I got my hands on it. I already have the movie on 4K right here. I gotta move my little cute and glorious bastards bat. I don't know why I like that thing so much, but I do. I gotta grab this sucker Full Metal Jacket, still sealed and whatnot. Doesn't matter. It's garbage now. I give it. That was a better roll than a kick, I gotta say. But Full Metal Jacket, the Steelbook is gonna go in here if it can, right there, right next to The Fugitive and Glorious 4K. And Funny People, a movie that I really enjoyed at the time, and I haven't seen it since. And I know people don't like this movie, but I like Seth Rogen, and I like Judd Apatow, and I like Adam Sandler, so I'm pretty sure I still like this. Do I still like this? I should watch it again. Let's just go ahead and put this Inglourious Bastards bat right here. Oh God, do I gotta move some things? Nope, I don't. Okay, just had to put it on there correctly. And let's go down one shelf and put away a new release movie, a 2025 movie, and that is Hard Eyes. It looks so wrong with a blue case. I know I have a floating red case here from Avengers Age of Ultron that I've taken out that I needed to swap out. This seems like the perfect swap out. I want to say I saw Tony from Basement Blues swap his out. Looks mighty nice in a red case. I've seen this movie already. I saw it in theaters. I thought it was fine. I wanted to like it a little bit more. It was very samey to Scream 6 with the finale of it all and the tone and everything. I'm hoping I give it a couple years, I watch it again, I'm gonna like it a little bit more. But right now, Hard Eyes is going next to Haunted Mansion and Heat, baby. Back on the boutique wall over here, we're gonna go to an awkward shelf. It's Scream Factory, it's Shout Factory, non-slip covers, 2 slip covers, 2 Terror Vision. It's the same thing. I ran out of space on my Vinegar Syndrome wall. I think I have a couple more to add to that in this video too. But for Terror Vision, I'm gonna add Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, which I was able to get at themovieroom.com. Use my discount code STEELBOOK10 to save 10% off anything and everything on their website. Very, very cool looking slipcover as always from Terror Vision. Nice thick boy. It's got some nice gloss pops. Can I get it? There we go. I just had to get them more in the light. Nice gloss pops on both sides. I'm such a sucker for that type of stuff. I'm such a sucker for movies like this. I just watched The Toxic Avenger for the first time a couple weeks ago. Had a blast with it. This seems right in the same wheelhouse. Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter goes right next to President's Day and Wumpelstiltskin. Going up a couple shelves, we're going to go to another miscellaneous shelf. This one has some Shout Studios, it has some Vestron, it has some Synapse Films, it has some Viavision Entertainment, and then we finally get to the Paramount Presents section, and I have one to add. It's Better Man, a movie that just came out. It's very odd to have a new release movie in the Paramount Presents title, or sub-label, geez. I've heard very good things about this. Even though I really didn't have any interest in watching this, I do like a musical biopic. Just the monkey thing of it all seems a little gimmicky, but I've heard so many good things from people who have actually seen the movie. I need to watch it. So Better Man is going next to Airplane and bringing out The Dead Baby. So here is the boutique wall. Here is the other shelf of Umbrella and Arrow. I've already showed you this. Here's where a new shelf is gonna have to go, and I'm gonna have to put all of these fun video game tchotchkes away somewhere. It's gonna break my heart, but it needs to happen. If I swing back over here, well, we go out here and there is my collection. There's all the movies that I have to put away. We go back in here, there's some pillows. There's the things that I need to put away. And here's my VHS, part of my VHS collection. And this is the stuff that I like to display, but there's so little room, no room, zero room. And I do like to add VHS from time to time, especially this cool looking stuff. I have Escape from New York. I don't know if you saw this tape from Vice Press, but it looks amazing. This is the art that I want to showcase off. I just don't know where to put it. I'm thinking that I'll probably put Escape from New York right up there and hope it does not fall and break and all that jazz. But then we still have this DeGausser video edition of Cannibal the Musical, which is such a cool piece. And again, I got this on themovieroom.com. They have a whole bunch of these DeGausser videos. You can save 10% with my discount code. I'm trying to, let's go here, Pello. You open it up like so, it lights up. It's just so cool looking. I didn't know what these looked like, so I asked if I could showcase off one of them. I also enjoy Cannibal the Musical a lot. So I'm glad I have this, but now where I'm gonna showcase this, I'm assuming that this stuff is just gonna have to get pushed to the side like so, and I'm gonna have to end up putting Cannibal the Musical right here, which is not a bad place for it, and honestly it looks great. And look at Escape from New York back there and up there. That's very cool. I like that. I need to clean this up a little bit. Granted, I know that. I just have so much stuff going on. So this is how this part looks. And I kind of like that Cannibal right there and Escape from New York up there. And everything's right in the world for right now. I also have this, Freaky Tales in 4K, which is not gonna fit in my current collection, but this is a 4K movie in a VHS clamshell. I have no idea what to do with this. Cool idea, Lionsgate Limited, but maybe have this be the only type of edition that gets this type of packaging, because honestly, it just becomes more of a hassle to put somewhere than anything. That's not gonna stay there, but it's gonna stay there for the end of this part of the video. We are back out here to the main collection, and we're gonna go all the way down. Stop, because there's nothing else there. We're gonna go just right here because I've got Paddington 2 and Peru to add to the collection. As you can see, I already have Paddington 2, but now I have it in glorious 4K. We just watched Paddington in Peru the other day. The weakest in the trilogy, but still pretty dang solid. We are lovers of this franchise in this household. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Even if you don't have kids and you just want to have a very fun, wholesome time. I don't need this anymore. I can't kick it. Actually, I'm gonna have to stand up, and I'm gonna give. Oh, I don't want to kick Paddington. I'm gonna set Paddington down. I never make exceptions to this rule. I'm making it right now. Paddington, I could never kick you. I'm sorry for even thinking that I could. But Paddington 2 and Paddington in Peru are now being added to the collection. And look at this big, beefy packaging I found for the original Paddington. Yes! They used to package stuff very, very nicely back in, God, this is, I guess, the heyday of Blu-ray. What is this, 2015-ish? 2018, something like that. It came with a book. It's pretty dang cool. And that loud door opening noise was Marty. He just wanted to say hi. He wants to say hi to all of you. Hi, Bubbies. Hi, Marties. Yes, good boys, good boys. So now we're just gonna go one shelf, and honestly, just one shelf straight up here. I'm putting away another Nova Media title, this time around with May December, a Netflix streaming exclusive movie that I have in my physical media collection, thanks to Nova Media and themovieroom.com. This one is not a Steelbook edition. It's just a standard slipcase, but these suckers are still super, super nice. And I'm always a proponent of putting standard streaming content in physical media collection. It's just a Blu-ray, but this sucker looks so, so nice. Very happy to add this to the collection. I think I'm gonna have to move this over here just a wee bit so May December can make its way right next. I guess May December should go before May Day, right? That makes sense. Alphabetize for the win. It's going next to Mayhem and the 4K of Maxine. And I did not plan it this way, but we are just continuing to creep up and up exactly one section where we need to go. I'm putting away Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut 4K Steelbook. The embossing on this sucker is such a very nice touch. It just adds to the gloriousness, the premium quality of Steelbooks. Always has, always will. Kingdom of Heaven is going to go right next to The King of Staten Island and Kingsman, the 2-movie collection. I hate having that 2-movie collection, but the other Steelbooks they released for Kingsman in that like animated form, that cartoony looking form, I hate. So I still have a Blu-ray of the Secret Service. I don't even think I've seen The King's Man. I need to catch up on some Kingsman content. And just to show you that it wasn't planned, we're gonna go all the way up to the very top now and put away a Batman movie. There's a little gap right there. That's because they made a sequel to Batman Ninja. Yes, Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. I enjoyed Batman Ninja quite a bit. The animation style is so wholly unique to the Batman universe that it stands out. Cannot wait to watch this sequel. I'm hoping that the 4K looks nice and crispy. But right now, Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League is going next to Batman Ninja and the Batman and the Batman. Now it's time to go from the beginning of the B's, the Batman section, going over here to the P through Z section, stopping at the S's, and putting away some Starman on glorious 4K. This is technically the second version of this movie that I own since I already have Columbia Classics, but this movie coming out on Steelbook, absolutely I'm gonna get it because this movie rocks. One of John Carpenter's hidden gems that does not get talked about enough because it's not really super John Carpenter-y. A lot of his stuff is very like cultish. It's very sometimes mean-spirited, sometimes just like grassroots, raw and gritty. Starman just seems like a rom-com of sorts with Jeff Bridges as the alien and Karen Allen as Karen Allen. What's not to like? I mean, come on. I want to say Jeff Bridges got nominated for an Oscar for this movie too. Absolutely wild. This is going right next to Star Trek Strange New World Season 2. Very, very cool looking Steelbook release here. And Straight Outta Compton, a movie that I need to rewatch because it's been far too long and this movie rocks. Looking below at the glorious collection is always so, so nice to see. Here are some Umbrella Entertainment releases, and going down just a wee bit more, we've got some CDs that I like to show off, and some Arrow video titles, and I have a stack of about, let's see if I can pick it up off the ground. It's gonna spill. Oh God. I was trying to make that clean. It was not clean. I got like, what, 7, 8 movies here, something like that. Let's start putting them away. But first, I need to put Demolition Man this way and move all of these over because I'm going to be putting away a fistful of dollars right here. And right next to it, I'm going to be putting for a few dollars more. I just watched both of these for the first time in the past week and a half. They are phenomenal. Did not think I was a Western guy. Turns out I like these movies, and I like how this Ring of Fire is putting together the good, the bad, the ugly all into one, especially when that third one comes out. It's gonna look so nice on the shelf. I wasn't planning on putting them together like this, but it looks so nice. I'm changing my rules. And next up, we are going to push these over here. American Werewolf in London, The Cat of Nine Tails, and Cruising. And we're gonna put Dark City over here. Have not seen this release yet. Have not seen this movie yet. I need to find time to do so because I really liked The Crow and it's directed by the same person, Alex Proyas. So I will make time to watch that. Just not yet. Just not yet. Soon, but not yet. But let's continue to go down All the beefy box sets are on this row. We are going to go down now and start adding to this collection. I got to add one of these at least because I have an A, and it's not that one, and it's not going to be this one. It's not going to be this one. It's this one, the last A. We have the Andromeda Strain in glorious 4K. Have not seen this movie yet either. If you have, let me know in the comments what you think. Right now, this is going next to Alice, Sweet Alice, and The Cell, one of my favorite 4K releases of the year so far. Now we're going to go to the eyes. Again, move another one over. Not a great sign. We got The Invisible Swordsman. Don't know anything about this movie, but I am trying to watch 50 foreign films this year. This would account to one of those 50 if I decide to watch it, but there's so many foreign films that are being released. This year is the only year that I've really been looking. I need to dig into that Bullets and Betrayal box set. I need to dig into this J-Horror Rising box set. There's a lot of box sets that I need to dig into, but The Invisible Swordsman, INV, right there. It's going next to The Invasion in the last video store. Oh my gosh, I gotta move. I gotta move both these over. Running out of room over here already. But I'm happy to add these next two to the collection. We have Jason Goes to Hell, absolutely. And we also have Jason X right here. I did reviews for both of these on the channel if you want to go look and get my opinions on those. But they look so nice on the shelf, do they not? Even though, Friday the 13th is right there and it doesn't line up with those. Those three together don't look as nice as these two together. So I'm still gonna use my alphabetization brain and put that there and that there. And that's that, okay? That's that right there. I'm gonna have to move Tommy and Trick or Treat down. All the slipcovers were in one place. Alas, they are not anymore. Sad, sad day. Those are going down here. It's bound to happen at some point. As a collector, this always happens. You always run out of room and gotta move things around. But I'm going to do S's, S, right there. We're gonna put Steppenwolf away. Gotta be honest, don't know anything about Steppenwolf. A brutal story of an unlikely duo who will stop at nothing to find what they are looking for. That seems very, very, like any other movie, like a lot of different movies. Steppenwolf, if you've seen it, let me know what you think, because, it sounds like it would count as one of my 50 foreign films. Should I pop it in? Let me know. Next up, we have Swordfish right here. I did watch this one. I did a review for this one on the channel. One of my favorite 4K transfers of the year so far. If you want to find out why, go watch it. But I did enjoy this rewatch a lot more than I thought I was going to. And now, at the very end of this section, we have the usual suspects in glorious 4K. All of the 4K, I guess not 4K, all of the UK titles that I'm getting from Arrow Video, I am getting from the movieroom.com. They are very good at bringing in imports and saving the headache for me. So, and maybe you too, if you want to go and hit them up. And again, use my discount code SteelBook10 to save 10% off everything on their website. The usual suspects is going right next to Tommy and Black Mama, White Mama. You crazy. All right, it looks like I am at another dilemma. This is like my DVD dungeon is what I used to call it, but now it's just becoming like a catch-all for a whole bunch of stuff that don't make a lot of sense to have out in the main collection. And this is just kind of here, and I barely come to do anything with this stuff. I put my TV here because I don't really watch a lot of TV content physical media wise. I like popping in movies, doing that experience, having like a whole night of it. TV stuff doesn't really get watched by me, which is why it's like in here. And I can't fit anything else in this set, and it's like double back now. Like there's a lot of TV that I don't want to get rid of, but I feel like here there's a lot of just stuff that I can get rid of and make more room here to put more things, because that's what we do as collectors. So I have a couple of TV shows that I want to keep, and I actually did watch one of these. Magilla Gorilla Show is the one that I watched a couple of episodes, but there's also a very cool special feature here. Here Comes a Star, an archival TV special, goes inside the Hanna-Barbera studios and introduces Mr. Magilla Gorilla. It was a TV special of its day that showcased what it takes to make a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. That special feature alone is worth having this in the collection for. Really enjoyed that. So Magilla Gorilla is going right there. Wacky Races is another show that I love, that I loved as a kid, that I rented all the time when I went to my grandma's house at the library. It's just, this brings back a lot of nostalgic memories. This is going here, Warner Archive doing the Lord's work, bringing those back on physical media. And then I have this really cool Masters of the Universe Steelbook, Mill Creek Steelbook. I really enjoyed this, but it's 2 seasons of TV that I don't know when I'm gonna actually watch, so that's going right here. Even though it's a cool looking Steelbook and you might be a fan, it's going right here in my collection. Like, I have some Aqua Teen Hunger Force there, I got some random Gumby stuff here. Like this, if you thought the VHS was a mess, this is a mess, and I need to do something about this pronto. Now let's go back to the main beef of the collection and add a movie that I've wanted to watch for a while that I'm very happy I'm gonna watch for the first time on 4K. That's The Informant! I've been on a Steven Soderbergh kick. There we go. I watched Presence, I watched Black Bag, both came out in 2025. I enjoyed both those quite a bit. I am a Soderbergh boy, so I need to watch this. I enjoy his comedy styling quite a bit. The Informant is going right next to, here we go, maybe push it in. The Incredible Hulk in glorious 4K, and this is actually Inglourious Bastards, which I have hanging up over here on the Steelbook wall. That's the Steelbook in question right there, with some nice glorious debossing in the butt of the gun, baby. Speaking of Steven Soderbergh, I already talked about this movie and how much I loved it. Black Bag on glorious 4K. This was such a fun spy thriller movie, heist film kind of. It just has vibes of movies that I like, kind of mixed into one. Love me some Michael Fassbender, love me some Cate Blanchett, love me some Pierce Brosnan in a role he normally doesn't play. Black Bag, one of my favorite movies of 2025 so far, is going, if I can get it, right there. Right in the collection, in my Black collection, next to Black Dahlia and Black Adam and Black Hawk Down and Black Panther and Black Phone and Black Swan and Black Widow and Black Coat's Daughter and The Blackening. Whoo! And Black Panther, right there, Wakanda Forever. I just got back into my DVD dungeon because I forgot I have a Christmas movie to put away in the collection. And that is Just Friends, again, from Warner Archive. I was gonna pop this movie in as soon as I got it, looked on the back, remembered it was a Christmas movie, a lot of heavy Christmas themes, Christmas shots on the back. So I'm gonna wait until December to watch this sucker. And I have a whole Christmas section here. Just Friends is gonna go in between. Gotta punch it in. There we go. I can fix that a little bit later. It's a double back, but I don't have anything back there, so it's just kind of hollow. And I wanted them up front. So Just Friends is going next to the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Very Sunny Christmas, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. But I got a lot of Christmas stuff to choose from this December. Going back down to the last row of the shelf. Usually don't hit this one up a couple times, but I am this time. We got One of Them Days with Keke Palmer and SZA. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It's pretty much a female Friday, but that is a good thing in my book. Had a very fun time with this movie. One of Them Days is going to going in between 1 Hour Photo and Ong Bak. We have another entry to add into our Icons Unearthed collection. We have Fast and Furious, we have Marvel, we have Simpsons, we have Star Wars, and now we got James Bond, y'all. Icons Unearthed, James Bond, a 6-part documentary series from Mill Creek Entertainment. I enjoy watching these quite a bit. I'm always a sucker for these talking head documentary series. Can watch them forever. And I've got 5 Icons Unearthed to pop in. I've seen The Simpsons, and I've seen part of Marvel. Haven't finished that one yet. But I like all of these franchises. Cannot wait to watch each and every one of these. I bought this movie during the Amazon 3 4K movies for $33 sale. It's been, I feel like, a month-ish since I bought it. Finally adding it to the collection on 4K. We got First Man, Ryan Gosling. I am such a sucker for this movie. Damien Chazelle's hidden gem alert. I love every single movie he's made, besides Babylon. But First Man is the one that really gobsmacked me when I saw it in theaters. Have not seen it since. Very excited to pop it in. But I loved it so much, I already own the movie on Blu-ray. You know what that means? Disgusting. You're listening to Soap Radio. that was a disgusting kick too, but I'm keeping it. It hurt my toe a little bit, if I'm being honest. First Man is going, stay there, Kurt, is going right next to First Blood in that amazing looking steelbook. And The First Omen. And The First Purge. A few first movies. We are back to the boutique wall, and we're going back up to the very top shelf. This time we're going to stop at the Vestron video section because I have 2 movies to put into my collection right here, going in alphabetical order. First one up is number 33 in the line, All of Me. Look at that shine on there too. That looks nice. Had no idea this movie existed. Steve Martin in a body swap movie, excuse me. Yes, please. That has me written all over it. All of Me goes right next to Blood Diner, a weird, unique slasher, killer, funny comedy horror movie. Very hard to explain. And Tombs of the Blind Dead. But next up, we have May, a movie that I did check out. Doesn't really get that great until the last half hour, but the last half hour has a lot of fun to be had. So I plan on keeping this sucker. Normally, if I watch movies and I rate them 2.5 stars or below, they don't make it in the collection because I have so many movies I'll probably never get back to it. But this one is one that I really had a fun time with the last 30 minutes. I don't even know if I can get this in with one hand. This might just have to go up here and I'll make room. I can use, oh my God, I have to push some stuff down, but as you can see, that's like all the way full. Nate just might have to stay up there. It's getting so full up here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We've already hit up Umbrella Entertainment over here. We've also already hit up Arrow Video over here, but in a nice little corner onto itself, we've got some Deaf Crocodile titles, y'all, and we have a stack of 5 movies, if I can get them on hand right here, to put in here. Deaf Crocodile, I just had a partnership with them this year. They make very premium content. I've seen Feel a Day, and I've seen Gwen and The Book of Sand, both movies I had a very, very uniquely entertaining time with. Here are the ones that I have to add this video, this day. Let's go. Freckled Max and the Spooks. Not too sure what this one is all about, but again, trying to watch 50 foreign films. The majority of these movies, if not every single one of these movies from Deaf Crocodile, are going to be a foreign film. So they're 2-0 right now for the movies that I've seen. Cannot wait to check more out. I gotta put my thumb here strategically. We have Inflatable Sex Doll of the Wasteland. This movie sounds absolutely wild. I'm going to pause it right there so you can read a little bit about it. It says it's a nice mix between Point Blank, and Memento. Very, very weird bedfellows right there. G. Inflatable Sex Doll of the Wastelands going right next to Gwen and The Book of Sand. And The Outcast. And before Inflatable Sex Dolls, we have I Married a Strange Person. Again, I love me some animation. The next one I have is from the same person, Bill Plimpton, Mutant Aliens, I Married a Strange Person. Cannot wait to check these suckers out because, again, these are like adult cartoons, which is very, very fun for me. There we go. Boom, boom. M is going right next to Inflatable Sex Doll. Boom, there that is. And the last one that I have is a triple feature of nice German animation. We have The Pass, The Return, and The Mysteries of the Third Planet. Very, very cool stuff. I gotta show off the animation on the back here because bam, look at that. That looks so cool. That looks so cool. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. But this one, I gotta put the J card back on here. Pop it on like so. There we go. It's going at the very end. Right next to the double feature Signals, A Space Adventure, and In the Dusts of Our Stars. But here is what my Deaf Crocodile selection section looks like right now. Looking nice. I like the box sets. It's looking a little bit full though. I'm not quite sure about that. Everything's looking full. This episode is just like reminding me, buy more shelves, dude, because you're gonna need them very, very soon. So remember earlier in the video when I told you that I put Magilla Gorilla and Wacky Races over in the TV section? This should technically be over there with them, but I'm gonna put it in my main section because I have such a love for Tom and Jerry. And I'm not quite sure what the CinemaScope collection really entails. On the back here it says, this is intended for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children. Very, very curious. Love Tom and Jerry. Watched this a bunch growing up on Boomerang, on Cartoon Network, all of that stuff on cable TV. That really, really was the best babysitter there was, right? Right now, Tom and Jerry, the CinemaScope collection. is going right next to Kill a Mockingbird, and a double dose of Tommy Boy, people. Next movie that we have to put away is another one of those Amazon 3 for $33 deals that they had. That is the 4K of The Green Mile, a movie that I have not seen in such a long time. I've been on Letterboxd since 2017, have not logged it, so it has been 8 years at the very least since I've seen this, probably pushing a decade, if I'm being honest. Need to change that. The Green Mile is going next to The Green Mile, which I'm not kicking. I'm actually keeping this edition because these Diamond Luxe editions are a work of art. I can't part with this. I can't. This is going in here, and they don't take up that much space in the collection. Less than probably even this 4K. And next to Green Zone, and next to Green Lantern, next to Green Knight, next to Green Hornet. Green! Are you green with envy? You shouldn't be. They're just movies. I like your collection too. Here is a nice, very low-angled shot of the collection. Always looks mighty nice. And we are down low because we are actually on the bottom shelf here. Got some 88 films, got some Ronin flicks, got some Unearthed films, got some Blue Underground, Oscilloscope Laboratories, MVD, Mill Creek. This stack right here has a mix from all of them, but let's start with 88 films, and the movie that I've got to talk about today is Lady of the Law. Again, 54 in films. This would hit that with ease. Lady of the Law is going to go boom, boom, next to Lady Assassins, I'm assuming. Lady Assassins and Legendary Weapon of China. But now we're going into the Blue Underground section. Gonna move that over like so to keep with the slip covers. I have slip covers, I have non-slip covers. This will be the last one of the slipcover section. Venom! Not that Venom, silly. The one with Klaus Kinski, you know, a crazier one. Look at this case. I like the classic poster artwork here as opposed to the slipcover on this one. That one just looks very, very cool. This looks a little bit generic, but I've heard very crazy things about this movie, and I've heard the transfer looks absolutely stellar. Venom is going right next to the Toolbox Murders and The Prowler. And the last two movies that I have in this stack are from the MVD side of things. Let's start off with Bikini Car Wash Company, the Bubble feature, because it's got 1 and 2 in here. I've heard that you kind of know exactly the type of movie you're gonna get when you look at the cover. And you know what? Sometimes I am in the mood for that. I've been in like the raunchy comedy realm recently. Started out with this 4K of American Pie that we got last year. I've got American Pie 2 on the way, if not in a package that's right out there. So I need to look at that pronto. And next up, we've got Tunnel Vision. In the vein of like a Saturday Night Live, a Kentucky Fried Movie, that type of movie, I believe. I think it's what it is, because this is the one that has a whole bunch of SNL and SCTV people. Chevy Chase, John Candy, Joe Flattery, Al Franken, Phil Proctor. That might be a little bit awkward and weird, but let's, I'm still interested to watch it. I'm a big fan of sketch comedy. I've never heard of Tunnel Vision. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Is this a hidden gem? Is this supposed to be lost to time? I'll find out here shortly. But yeah, MVD Rewind Collection. Love this entire line. Very happy to have them all like in one spot. So I'm back in this room here. I turned the ring light off because I thought I was done, and I am done with over here. I am done with over there. We're now to another stack of shame for me. Here are movies that I did not find worthy of being out in the main collection, but I still want to have, just in case I do want to watch. Oh, and look at that. The movies that I have here are ones that I'm going to add to this stack. First off, we have The Beast Hand. I think this is going to be a fun watch. I just might save it until October to watch it. Beast Hand's going there from MVD. Next up from Warner, we have McCarthy, Now and Then. I'm a big Beatles guy. This looks like a documentary about the Beatles and about Paul McCartney. And that's always good in my book, but I don't know when I'm going to get to it. So there's that. Next up, I'm a big Red Sox fan. Band of Bearded Brothers. Found this at Goodwill. I already tore the sticker off, but left a little bit of residue there. I'll watch this one of these days. Today's not that day. The Best of Mickey. We got Fantasia. We got Fantasia 2000, and we have Celebrating Mickey. Love this. Disney Movie Club exclusive. Love to see that. RIP. Hate to see it gone. Another Goodwill find, and it was sealed with the slip. Awesome. But it's going right there. We have Bernie. I like Bernie quite a bit. The only reason I'm putting this here is because it's a B title. A, B, C titles are getting very tight in space out here. Again, I enjoy this movie quite a bit. Love me some Richard Linklater, and this is very unique for his filmography, so I'm glad I have it. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to watch it. 2 newer movies here. The Alto Knights. Not quite sure when I'm going to watch this movie, but there's got to be a time to where I want to watch dueling roles of Robert De Niro, playing 2 different characters, mobster flick. I mean, come on. It sounds like it should be good. I've not heard the best things about it. And last but not least, we have The Woman in the Yard. Again, have not heard the best things about this one either. Blumhouse is pretty 50-50 with me. I'll give it a shot one of these days, but not today. Not today. But how many movies do you think are on that? Do you think there's like 40 each stack? I'm gonna say around 150 movies here, give or take 20. Either way, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I need to do something better with this. If it wasn't for my VHS collecting, I would have plenty of room, but since I do like to collect everything and anything, this is what I got for this stack right now. Going to the E's over here. I watched the trailer. I think I'm gonna like this, but Troma films are very hit or miss with me. So Eating Miss Campbell is one that I want to check out because the trailer looked up my alley a little bit. Kind of Heathers-esque here. Nostalgia is Cancer. Refuse Films, a new boutique label that I kind of want to explore a little bit more of. But right now, Eating Miss Campbell is going right next to Easy A, another high school movie, and The Edge of 17, another high school movie. What's up with that? What are the odds of that? I don't think a trifecta of high school films is in my collection alphabetically like that. And I hate to do this, folks. I usually don't in these videos, but the rest of these Steelbooks, I'm going to be putting away on a social media video that's filmed the other way, not for YouTube, but for, TikTok side of things. For TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. They need some love too for some of these alphabetical categorization, putting away videos. So that's where all of these are going to be. So with that being said, I've got 3 movies left, and I might just call it a day because I think that's a good. I think we're about around the hour mark. I like the work that we did, and I still have more work to do because I have to put all of those Steelbooks away. But thank you very much for watching this video. I always despise putting stuff away, and I put this one off the longest I've ever done before. And I can see, I'll show you. I can see over here that I have 5 more packages to open up right there. So I've got to put Steelbooks away. I've got to make a video for opening up packages. I've got to pick a winner for my Steelbook giveaway series that I've been doing weekly. There's a lot of stuff on my plate, and I got to start eating, folks. I got to start eating, making that plate clear. So thanks for watching this video. I'll have another one up in probably a month and a half, sometime around then. I have videos daily, so if you like this type of content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.